Welcome back to the show, everybody. We've got a fantastic show for you today. I had the pleasure to sit down yesterday with XRP attorney, and that's right, Jeremy Hogan from Legal Briefs. And you wouldn't believe the remarks and comments that they shared, and we touched on a lot of different topics. We're going to hear on one of those topics today, which was about the hearing yesterday for the SEC and Ripple, and the comments from the judge. You're not going to believe what went on. Let's just roll that beautiful intro and unfold this thing. Here we go.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradleyAbove at the top of the screen, and everything that we're talking about here today. I want to give a big thank you to XRP attorney Seal, and I want to give a big thank you to Jeremy Hogan from Legal Briefs. And we just had a wonderful conversation yesterday, and we are going to share segments of that when we cover different topics, because we went over a lot of different things. Confiscation of XRP, the escrow. We go over, you wouldn't believe the things that we touched on. But for today, we need to focus on what happened yesterday. And what happened yesterday was a hearing with the SEC and Ripple, and there were some absolute straight fire comments. We're going to get into that in just a moment. So looking here right now, we are over $1.8 trillion for the crypto space collectively. Bitcoin is pushing now back at 59,000 plus, and we come down here to the number 7 spot courtesy of the dereliction of duty. XRP is at 0.4981 cents. We are up 11.61% on the 7-day. 5.2% of that is from the 24-hour. We watch that very closely. 49 cents looking nice. Now, if we can stay above that 47 range, which has been massive resistance for XRP price, and if we can stay above that, I tell you what, it's really, really time to have a conversation for, $1 and more in the 10 to 30 bucks or 10 to 20 bucks that a lot of these technical analysts have been talking about out here in the space. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now let's get right to it here and see where we've been ranging very quickly here. So it looks like we've been ranging between 46.52 and 49.89. So again, I want to see that range be above the 47 mark for me to feel better about having that conversation for all of this upward motion that everyone's calling for. Let's keep going and get right into it. Start with this. Knowing that Coinbase is getting ready to do a direct offer, a direct listing, is that what it's called? Yeah. And they've already started offering on the private equity NASDAQ market there. Coinbase settles with the CFTC for a $6.5 million over an old trading practices that they had between 2015 and 2018. Just seems like everybody's cleaning house before they get ready to do the actual IPO itself. Now let's get to the money spot, right? Ripple's Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse finally allowed to file a motion to dismiss the cases against them personally. I mean, I'll tell you, this is just, each time we seem to hit a mark with this case, it just seems to get stronger and stronger for Ripple all the way around. And I tell you what, you're not going to believe the comments that you hear from XRP attorney and Jeremy Hogan. I'm telling you, stay tuned. It's going to be something else. Looking here, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson from Leonidas have been allowed by the court to file the motion, and this is it right here. They must file their motions by April 12th, and I'm sure that they will, and I'm sure they're excited to do so. So here we go. Let's keep moving because we want to get to the point where we hear this comment that's going around, and shout out to XRP Patience who shared that. We will check that out here, and look at this here. This is interesting because how about this? This ought to be interesting for the SEC to have to clear this up. And it says, when Mr. Hinman from the SEC in 2018 declared ETH was not a security, Mr. Hinman apparently was receiving a $1.6 million a year pension from Simpson Thacher, a member of the Ethereum Alliance. Uh-oh. Looks like trouble. A former SEC ethics lawyer called the payments a little unsettling. I would move to strike the word little. Okay. Now, just understanding that, let's move to this now. This is here from Michael Val 5 Link. Shout out to you, my friend. It says, moreover, according to the commission, Ripple is not like Bitcoin because the company is one entity that has created these assets. That is fundamentally different. The federal agency even questioned the utility of XRP. Now, let's get into this article. This is going to level set us for the clip that we want to play for you, and then the video clip of Jeremy Hogan, an XRP attorney. SEC tells judge that the XRP is not like Bitcoin or Ether, questions the utility of XRP. Let me give you this right here, and we will get to this clip and the video clip of the guys talking about this. In a development, Ripple SEC lawsuit during a hearing on March 19th, which was yesterday, commission's trial attorney Jorge Tenrero, I believe it is, told the magistrate judge Sarah Netburn, and by the way, there is two judges in this particular case in the federal level here. There's a magistrate judge and then a district judge. The magistrate judge is Sarah Netburn, and the district judge is obviously Annalise Torres. So that XRP cannot be compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Earlier this week, lawyers representing Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, co-founder Chris Larson, asked Judge Annalise Torres to compel SEC to produce documents about Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is going to be very difficult for them to do, by the way. While the regulatory authority claimed XRP as a security, both Bitcoin and Ether have been deemed as non-security assets, but Ripple stated the economic substance of its native crypto asset XRP's transaction is no different from BTC and ETH. During the hearing, SEC said that the documents pertaining to two of the world's largest crypto assets were not relevant to the case. Moreover, according to the commission, Ripple is not like Bitcoin because the company is one entity that has created these assets that is fundamentally different. The federal agency even questioned the utility of XRP in the hearing and said this: "We dispute whether this utility actually exists, Your Honor, but the point is, even if it did exist, Ripple and the defendants' efforts to develop a use for XRP is what makes XRP a security." During Ripple's legal counsel Matthew Solomon's presentation to Judge Netburn, asked if a utility distinguished XRP from the other crypto assets. Let's hear them say it. It's right here. Judge in the Ripple versus SEC hearing today, this is what she says: "My understanding of XRP is that not only does it have a sort of currency value, but it also has a utility, and that the utility distinguishes it, I think, from Bitcoin, Ethereum. Is that correct?" And she is talking to Attorney Solomon from Ripple. So this is pretty remarkable. And then we're going to hear from Jeremy Hogan, an XRP attorney, on this particular moment right here and the depth of what it really means here. So listen to this. We're going to have to cut the clip because I don't want to, violate anything as far as legality wise for us playing something that was a part of a hearing or something of that nature. So I'm going to skip now. You do hear this. I did read you the comment that here is relative. You can hear this. Shout out to XRP Patience. You can hear it on my Twitter. But let me fast forward really quickly here to get us to the money shot where it's actually XRP Seal and Jeremy Hogan responding to this. Let's continue. And there you have it. And that is the magistrate judge really revealing her thoughts on how she is seeing XRP. And that is very revealing to her thought process of understanding of whether she even believes it's a security or not. And from those thoughts, she does not believe it's a security, right? So, okay, now let's see if I want to go right here next, in a second. So we're going to hear from Jeremy Hogan right now. And then again, in just 1 second. Again, top left, this is Seal, XRP attorney, and then down the bottom, you all know Jeremy Hogan. Let's listen to this because this is in regards to those thoughts and comments. And I asked Jeremy about how, the judge revealing that form of thought to everyone in the room. How does that play out if you're the SEC, basically? See here. So listen to his comment.
based on those laws. Like I firmly believe, and I think a lot of it was from your sentiments too, Jeremy, in one of your earlier videos, was that, the SEC has kind of been planning this. They've been taking down smaller actors, trying to get the case law in their favor, to try to go after the big fish, right? I don't think they were quite ready to take on Ripple right now. I think it was sort of a misguided kind of, because change in administration, they probably figured out it was their last opportunity, last kick of the can before Clayton sort of departed. That's why I guess he did it the day before he left. But I think they probably would have been better suited to kind of take down a couple smaller actors and maybe get a little bit more law in their favor. But yeah, I bet you those SEC lawyers were a bit taken back with the judge's, ability to articulate the difference between, these cryptocurrencies, which, some of the experts have a hard time sort of distinguishing some of the characteristics. So, yeah.
I thought Seal made an amazing point here that, these judges hear all kinds of cases, whether it be criminal law or whether it be, marital law, or, just anything over land. You name the court case, they hear it. And I think that it was probably very shocking to the SEC that this judge was so well versed and able to articulate exactly what is going on here and what these things actually are. I thought that was a great point by Seal. Listen to what Jeremy Hogan says here.
I thought it was pretty good in Ripple's favor. So that they should be pretty happy with their outcome today.
So, one of the things that got me is the part that's going around on Twitter where everyone's playing the clip of, the judge today talking about trying to get her mind around talking with the attorney and getting her mind around what XRP is. And she notes that, it has a currency value, and I'm paraphrasing, and then cites that it has utility. And, these are major things that we want to hear as an XRP investor, that she's recognizing these elements of the asset. But isn't it, look, I told Seal before we got started, I'm 12 years short of a law degree, but, isn't it, like some judges that they would cloak their understanding in these talks, in these conversations, but this judge did not do that. She seemed to reveal a position of thought about how she sees the asset. Could you comment on that?
Yeah, that's not uncommon in litigation. Sometimes, the judge will kind of give you an inkling of how she's thinking. I always like to get that. So if I'm the SEC, I'm happy about that part, even though you might initially be unhappy. But you kind of are happy to get an inkling of how the judge is going to be thinking against you so that you know how to counter it when you come back around on the same issue. So if I'm the SEC, I'm going back to the drawing board and I'm thinking really hard about what the judge has said. I'm getting that transcript and I'm committing it to memory, and I'm going to think about the best way I can counter that, because with the judge saying that, I don't know. You ever watch Spinal Tap, the movie?
Oh God, yeah. More times than I can imagine.
Okay, so this AMP, it goes up to 11. Well, that hearing wasn't 11 for Ripple, I think.
There you go, right there. Jeremy Hogan dropping the Spinal Tap reference, man. I love it. It's amazing. And shout out to those guys. There will be more of that interview. And if you want to see the whole interview, please sign up for the newsletter, because I will be releasing that. And there's just a lot of stuff that we covered in that. And it was an amazing conversation. We will have all of them together. And I do want to get John Deaton on here, because John Deaton has been so amazing at the stuff he's doing to apply pressure on the SEC as well. We need to get that guy up in here too. So we'll definitely reach out to John. And John, I hope you do know that you have a standing invitation on this show anytime, my friend. All right, now let's listen to this comment from Jeremy Hogan that he put out here in talking about another point of this case. Listen to this.
So listen to this. About halfway through the hearing, the judge skeptically made a remark to the SEC attorney that, based upon his theory, everyone who sold XRP, including you and me, are selling illegal securities. And she was skeptical about it when she asked the question. And this is what the SEC lawyer said on the record. He said, no, under Section 4, only Ripple and affiliates of Ripple can have sold XRP illegally. Listen to that again. The SEC said that only Ripple and employees of Ripple can illegally sell XRP. Now, why is that super important? That means that the exchanges that delisted XRP 2 months ago were not and would not be violating securities laws if they relisted XRP for sale and began to sell it again. And I think I saw recently that one exchange recently relisted, and so I wonder if there are perhaps a slew of non-action letter requests coming or already received by the SEC, and if so, I wonder if we will see XRP for sale in the US of A once again. I hope so. Anyway.
There it is right there. And again, shout out to Jeremy Hogan and XRP Attorney for all of their time and their thoughts that they're willing to share with all of us. It's amazing to have them in this time. And, you know, this is amazing to me because we have two things happening now, right? We have the understanding that's being made clear from the magistrate judge that she clearly understands what these different tech and tokens are. She understands that XRP does have a currency-like value right now, and she clearly understands that it absolutely has utility. I mean, that is just like huge uplifting. But at the same time, you know that she's revealed that thought process to the SEC. So consider what Jeremy said in the last clip, that if you are an SEC lawyer, you now know how to combat that train of thought and come back and defense that and try to take that down. So we want to see if the SEC has the ability or the gunpowder to actually deliver against that mindset, because I think they're going to have a tough time doing it, to be honest. And if they could have, I think they would have already. So it'll be interesting to see where this really does go from here. And then this point that he's making, that might we see a wave of exchanges relist XRP based on those comments, or is there a lot of no action letters being sent and asked for from the SEC by exchanges because we all are sitting around watching this thing fall apart faster than an old Pinto? And if you lived long enough, you know what that is if you're around my age. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to wrap it right there. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below. Keep a lookout for more clips and that interview with XRP Attorney and Jeremy Hogan. It is straight fire, and we touch a lot of different areas. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below, share with somebody you know, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Check out all the links in the description and comment box. I Trust Capital, gold, crypto, silver, IRAs. It is the best on the planet, bar none. Check out the link. They are vetted, trusted links. I'll catch all of you on the next one.